Electronic Arts had an earnings call earlier today. We know how much you kids love them numbers. So we got Justin Haywald, GameSpot news chief, czar, editor, gentleman.
My title is just gentleman.
A gentleman? Gentleman Justin Haywald here.
Master Haywald.
Master, can you tell us all about the earnings call? So what goodies have they thrown out for us?
Earnings calls are really boring, but this is the earnings period because it's the end of the fiscal year, which is always a little bit confusing, but the numbers period for tax purposes, that ends now. So
yes! Yes!
Sure. Business.
Bam!
And then business guys get together and they do a lot of buzzwords.
Cocaine.
Yeah.
Lots
of
cocaine, yeah.
And they're really boring. But
gotta spend it somewhere. Sorry.
So that you don't have to listen to it, so that I don't have to sit through a really boring call. We have our guys who are listening in on this, and they will sometimes give us a presentation beforehand, a PDF, or what they're going to be talking about. In this case, the presentation is going on right now. We're still listening, so there could be some cool news that leaks out. Like the highlight is always if they say something they're not supposed to. Like if they're like, oh, and yeah, also Mirror's Edge 3 is going to be something really big.
But Mirror's Edge 2 hasn't even come out yet.
Exactly, because what we did see today is we got kind of a date for the next Mirror's Edge and for a new Plants vs. Zombies game.
Okay.
Which, I mean, we knew these, we knew Mirror's Edge is coming.
Look right there. Well, we also got confirmation of FIFA 15 or 16, Madden 16, NHL 16, and of course, Roy McIlroy PGA Tour, Bye-Bye Tiger, coming Q2. NBA Live 16, Need for Speed.
More Need for Speed.
Need for Speed TBA.
Yeah.
Which we're all looking forward to. Star Wars Battlefront, of course. But yeah, Q4 looking really interesting there. New Mirror's Edge.
TBA, of course, stands for the Battle Arena.
Yeah, it's a MOBA.
So
Need for Speed MOBA.
Even though that says
Q4.
What?
As far as Need for Speed announcements goes, a Need for Speed MOBA would be pretty interesting to see. Yeah? That could work. Yeah.
So even though that says Q4, that's not coming at the end of this year.
Yes.
That's going to be this period. So that's from January till the end of March 2016. So next year.
Fiscal Q4.
So by the end of this fiscal year, which is by the beginning of 2016, we should get the new Mirror's Edge and a new Plants vs. Zombies. And this one's listed for console and PC, so it seems like we can make a guess about what that would be.
So probably a Garden Warfare 2, as opposed to a desktop,
I mean, it could be. It could be maybe Plants vs. Zombies 2 coming to console and PC. Because did it ever come to PC? It was always a mobile game,
I don't think it ever did.
So it could be that.
Yeah.
Or it could
but
be
it's
Garden
probably
Warfare 2.
Yeah, it's probably Garden Warfare 2.
It's probably a dance game.
Garden Warfare 2 Garden Warfare 1 was a pretty good game.
Yeah.
All things considered.
I liked that game a bunch. It was fun.
And it's taken a long time for us to get Mirror's Edge. I can't believe, that was announced a while ago now.
Yeah, that logo was just the Mirror's Edge logo. Is there any chance this is just like,
HD
we decided to HD re-release this up? I mean, do we have more concrete information on, no, this is a different game?
God, you'd hope so. Especially when you think about the Gears of War information that came out a couple of days, or last week, about more HD re-releases coming from, as a Black Tusk. Mirror's Edge 2 is the worst kept secret in games development history. Is it out of Stockholm? It's where ex-DICE guys, a lot of them, or those guys involved in. I remember there was an interview a couple of years ago about them having it in development. There was no confirmation. Then eventually they confirmed it. Then eventually they put this trailer out. But we've seen nothing since. So presumably they've been making it for a long time, just on the side or something.
It's a game that's easy to be scared about because I know it was critically well received and it was a lot of fun. But it didn't feel like a game that ever sell.
No.
Yeah, it didn't sell well. So it was a big surprise when you're like, oh, you're making a new Mirror's Edge, and this is awesome. Hopefully they're still going to make it, and it's not going to be, Mirror's Edge 1, we already have that built. Might as well just, we're on HD.
What changes do you think they're going to make to try to goose the sales on this one?
Right.
Or are they just going to rely on that cult status, then catapulting them to the next level?
Yeah, hopefully it's had enough of a gestation period of 3 years or whatever, or longer, 5 years of people talking about it. Because the problem was, I often felt like they put the shooting part, which was the worst part of that game, in just to have it in for trailers or something, just to show that there was something else that happens in this. The problem I have is that when Mirror's Edge came out, that was very much the time when Portal came out, and it was oh, you can make first-person games that aren't about shooting. And we're past that. We're in a post Gone Home world, a post Dear Esther world, where first-person games that aren't shooters are actually kind of par for the course by now. It's what would you want in a new Mirror's Edge?
Seeing that world in HD would still be a lot of fun. Hasn't been another parkour, a game that's just purely I'm running and jumping up buildings and along walls that feels that free. Like we've had a parkour elements in a lot of games since
Yeah.
then. But
Brink.
Titanfall.
Yeah.
and the zombie game recently, the shooting.
Dying Light.
Dying Light.
Yeah, sure.
I feel like the closest we've come to like this kind of movement fun. I mean, yes, like I love Titanfall and the wall running there, but Dishonored with the blink ability, like that created like that basically made it a first-person platformer in a way that like not very many other games have done as well because of that teleportability and the cues it gave you. So and like that just made moving through those levels a much more fascinating puzzle. So that's what I'm kind of hoping for from Mirror's Edge. But then again, this fluidity that they're sort of demonstrating, that's always been their thing. So that kind of measured, like, I'm going to teleport here and then zip over here, is a little slower paced than Mirror's Edge aims to be.
Yeah, fingers crossed they can do sort of what Portal 2 did off Portal 1. It was a sequel that people were thinking, like, what can they possibly do to mix up this new formula? And they ended up doing a pretty good job.
And having a cool dystopian world. Like, there's a lot of interesting story stuff left to explore in that.
Yeah. All right, well, I guess we'll have to see hopefully we'll see some of the E3 perhaps, especially if they're looking to plan to release it Q1 of next year. Justin Haywald, thank you very much for coming in. Let us know if anything else is happening on the earnings call right now.
I'm going to go check right now.
All right, sounds good.